हेलो एवरीवन। तो आशा करते हैं सारे लोग बढ़िया होंगे, जहाँ भी होंगे मस्त होंगे। और पिछली क्लासों में हमने पार्ट्स ऑफ स्पीच के माध्यम से नाउन और प्रोनाउन को देख लिया और उसमें काफ़ी बढ़िया रिस्पॉन्स गया है। जो जिसने भी देखा है बढ़िया कमेंट किया है, बढ़िया रिस्पॉन्स गया। उसके बाद हम यहाँ पे आज आपके लिए लेके आए हैं एडजेक्टिव्स। और जितने भी वीडियो बना रहे हैं वहाँ पे मेरा थंबनेल यही रह रहा है, हिस्ट्री ऑफ नाउन एंड हिस्ट्री ऑफ प्रोनाउन। और जैसा कि उसके माध्यम से ये भी होगा हिस्ट्री ऑफ एडजेक्टिव्स, यानी कि हम लोग पूरी कंट्री के माध्यम से यहाँ पे देख रहे हैं। जैसे नाउन्स की बात करें तो हमारे इंडिया में कैसी पढ़ाई होती है, बस ये नहीं देख रहे हैं, पूरी कंट्री को देख रहे हैं। ऐसे चाइना में कैसी पढ़ाई होती है, अमेरिका में कैसी पढ़ाई होती है, पूरी कंट्री को देख रहे हैं हम लोग। ठीक है। और इसमें एडजेक्टिव को भी देखेंगे और सारी कंट्री में कैसा पढ़ाई होता है। इसलिए यहाँ पे हिस्ट्री ऑफ नाउन्स या हिस्ट्री ऑफ एडजेक्टिव या हिस्ट्री ऑफ प्रोनाउंस मेरा थंबनेल रह रहा है। यहाँ पे सबसे पहले अगर हम लोग देखें, थोड़ी सी यहाँ पे ब्रश ले लेते हैं और उसके बाद देखते हैं यहाँ पे एन एडजेक्टिव एब्रीवेटेड एडीज इज ए वर्ड दैट डिस्क्राइब्स ए नाउन और नाउन फ्रेज। एडजेक्टिव किसे बोलते हैं? जो नाउन और नाउन फ्रेज को डिस्क्राइब करता है। इट्स सेमेंटिक रोल इट्स टू चेंज इंफॉर्मेशन गिविंग बाय द नाउन। ट्रेडिशनली adjectives were considered one of the main parts of speech of the English language, although historically they were classified together with nouns. Nowadays, certain words that usually had been classified as adjectives, including this may etc. typically are classed separately as determiners. Here are some examples that fun idea. यहाँ पे नेक्स्ट देखेंगे, हेयर आर सब एग्जाम्पल्स दैट्स फना आइडिया एट्रीब्यूटेड। उसके बाद दैट्स आइडिया इज फनी, प्रिडिक्ट कर रहा है। प्रिडिक्ट कर रहा है क्या? कि इसमें जो आइडिया है वो काफ़ी फनी है। टेल मी समथिंग फनी, पोस्ट पॉजिटिव, द गुड एंड द बैड एंड द फनी। Etymology. Etymology. Adjectives come from Latin nomen adjective, a colloquy of ancient Greek. Adjective कहाँ से आया है? Latin nomen adjective से आया है, Latin word है। A colloquy of ancient Greek and ovia surname romanized epithet onoma. Late additional noun when also English epithet in grammatical tradition of Latin and Greek, because adjectives were inflected for gender, number, and case-like nouns, a process called dislension. They were considered as a type of noun. The words that are today typically called nouns were then called substantive nouns, nomen, and substantive. In additional nouns, when in English, in the grammatical tradition of Latin and Greek, because adjectives were inflected for gender, number, and case-like nouns. A process called dislension, they were considered a type of noun. The words that are today typically called nouns were then called substantive nouns. Substantive, the terms noun, substantive, and nouns adjectives were formerly used in the English but are now obsolete. टाइप्स ऑफ यूजेज की अगर हम लोग बात करें यहाँ पे, डिपेंडिंग ऑन द लैंग्वेज एन एडजेक्टिव कैन प्रीसीड ए corresponding nouns on a preposition basis or it can follow a corresponding nouns on a postpositive basis. Structural, contextual, and style considerations can impinge on the pre or post position of an adjective in the given instance of its occurrence. In English, occurrence of adjectives generally can be classified into one of the three categories. Prepositive adjectives, which are also known as attributive adjectives, occur on the antecedent basis with a noun phrase. For example, I put my happy kids into the car, where I happy occurs on antecedent basis within the my happy kids noun phrase and therefore functions in prepositive adjectives. Postpositive adjectives can occur immediately subsequent to noun within a noun phrase. Example: the only room available coast-wide that we expected as linked via a copula or other linking mechanism. Subsequent a corresponding noun or a pronoun. For example, my kids are happy, wherein happy is a predict. Also, she also predicts. Predictive expression, subject, complement, or my kid who are happy to go for drive are in the backseat. Nominalized adjectives, which functions as nouns. One way this happens is by yielding a noun from an adjective noun. phrase whose remnant thus in nominalization in the sentence. I read two books to them. He prepared the sad book, but she prepared the happy. Happy is a nominalized adjective short for happy one or happy book. Another way, this happiness is in phrase like out with the old in the new, where the old means that which is old or at that is old. Similarly, within the new, in such cases, the adjective may function as mass nouns as in the preceding English. It may also function as the plural count noun denoting on the collective group in the meek shall inherit the earth, where the meek means those who are meek or all who are meek. Distribution. Adjectives features as a part of a speech word class in most language. In some language, the word that serve the semantic function of adjectives are categorized together with some other class such as nouns or verbs in the phrase a Ford car. Ford is unquestionably a noun, but its function is adjectival to modify car in the some language. Adjectives can be function as nouns. For example, the Spanish phrase "on rojo" means a red. As for confusion with verbs rather than adjective meaning big, and language might have a verb that means to be big and put then use a attributive verb construction analogous to being houses toothpaste what in English is called a big house. Such as analysis is possible for the grammar of standard Chinese, for example. Different language do not use adjective in exactly the same situation. For example, where English uses to be hungry. Hungry being an adjective, Dutch, French, and Spanish where hunger even a wire, farm, and dinner happy respectively, literally to have hunger. The words for hunger being noun similarly where Hebrew uses to adjective. In need of English uses the verb to need. In language that have adjectives as a word class, it is the usually an open class that is it is relatively common for new adjectives to be formed via such process as derivation. However, Bantu language are well known for having a small closed class of adjectives. New adjustments are not easily derived. Similarly, native Japanese adjectives are considered as closed class, as are native verb. All the nouns and open class may be used in the genitive to convey some additional adjectival meaning, and there is also the separate open class of adjective nouns, adverbs. Many languages, including English, distinguishing between adjectives which qualify nouns and pronouns and adverbs, which mainly modify verbs. यहाँ पे adverbs को अभी हम लोग नहीं देखेंगे, और ऐसा करके आपको सारी चीज़ें देख ली होंगी यहाँ पे क्या होता है एडजेक्टिव, कैसे होता है, और सारी कंट्री में कैसे देखी जाती है। और आशा करते हैं ये वीडियो भी आपको पसंद आएगी। बाकी मिलते हैं आपसे नेक्स्ट वीडियो में, तब तक के लिए जय हिंद।